When we're looking to determine the speed of a satellite, we know that this equation is always going to help us out. G is our gravitational constant. This mass is whatever the satellite is orbiting. Generally, we're going to be talking about Earth, so we can say the mass of Earth, and then we have the radius. We want to make sure that when we're looking at the radius, we have the radius from Earth's center. So I know that my G is 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11, and I know from my data sheet that my mass of the Earth is 5.98 times 10 to the 24, and that's in kilograms. My radius, because the question says it's from Earth's center, I can just use my radius that was given to me, times 10 to the 8th, and I'm going to have to take the square root of all of that. I get the answer of 1018.6 meters per second, and I'm going to change that into 1.019 times 10 to the 3 meters per second. This second question says Landsat is a satellite orbiting Earth, and it orbits at a height of 912 kilometers. That's saying the height from Earth. So we know that in order to get the total radius, we have to add that to the radius of the Earth. And the radius of the Earth, again from our data sheet, is 6.37 times 10 to the 6th meters. When we add those together, we have a total radius of 7.282 times 10 to the 6 meters. Now that we have our radius, we can use the same formula that we did in the last question, that our speed is going to be equal to g multiplied by the mass of the Earth divided by radius, and square root the entire thing. That's going to get us one of our answers, which is speed. So I can just put in my numbers here. So here I have from my data sheet, g is 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11. My mass of the Earth is 5.98 times 10 to the 24, and divide by the radius that I just calculated, which is 7.282 times 10 to the 6th. My answer there is going to be 7.40 times 10 to the 3 meters per second. And that is my speed that the question's asking for. But the question is also asking for period. And now that we know our speed, we can calculate our period by using the formula that our speed is going to be equal to 2 pi r over our period. When I rearrange that, I can say that my t is going to equal 2 pi r over my speed. And I can just sub in my numbers that I have here. So I have 2 times pi multiplied by my radius divided by the speed that I just calculated. And then I would get that I have 6182, and period is always going to be in seconds or seconds per cycle. Either unit is okay. But in order to put this into significant digits, I'm going to have to turn it into 6.18 times 10 to the 3 seconds or seconds per cycle.